There was one judge.
The complaining witness and the defendant were in a dating relationship at the time. They're no longer in that dating relationship. I just spoke to her yesterday.
Were they in a dating relationship at the time?
Yes, Judge, at the time of the offense. When they were told yesterday.
The wrong charge, Judge, again. I don't.
Judge David Fleischer sees a lot in his courtroom, but some cases hit different. Today, we've got two that genuinely worry him. Welcome back to In Session. First, a man who choked his ex-girlfriend so hard she couldn't breathe. The prosecutor reads the affidavit. The defendant objects, and the judge has one response you won't expect. Then, a man who called 911 and said he killed a police officer. Not once, multiple times, in multiple states. Let's start.
Elijah Johnson? Mr. Johnson, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. Are you high right now?
I gotta tell y'all too. I ain't high out. I wrote the book down.
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 15th, 2024, officers were dispatched in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness was downtown in Houston to celebrate her birthday that late evening and had consumed a moderate amount of alcohol while out. The complaining witness stumbled and caused an item in the bathroom to fall. The defendant entered into the bathroom and became aggressive because he thought she had been throwing things around on purpose. The defendant grabbed her using both of his open palms and grabbed the base of her neck and began squeezing it to the point she was unable to breathe and caused her pain. The complainant stated that the defendant, then released his left hand from her neck and then used his right hand to press her head against the edge of the bathtub. The CW stated that
the bathtub, you say?
On the edge of the bathtub, yes, Judge, that's what it says. The complainant stated that the defendant then struck her multiple times in the face with his left hand and caused her upper and lower lips to become swollen, bruised, cut open on the inside of both upper and lower lips and caused additional pain. The complainant stated that the defendant also struck her in the right eye with either an open or a closed fist, which caused her even more bruising, swelling, and redness to appear.
What's the relationship?
It doesn't appear that there was one, Judge.
The complaining witness and the defendant were in a dating relationship at the time. They're no longer in that dating relationship. I just spoke to her yesterday.
Were they in a dating relationship at the time?
Yes, Judge, at the time of the offense. When they were told yesterday.
The wrong charge, Judge, again. I don't know what to say.
Mr. Johnson, it's very possible that they indict this as a felony. I would be very, very careful because it could be very well is an impeding choking case where you'll be facing 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. As it stands, I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system and you're to come right back. If you fail to take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it high. Do you understand? No more PR bonds for any new charges, any things you pick up, any violation of conditions that you may do. You're not going to get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. So I'm going to have you sign a reset and we're going to send you for a drug test and we'll see you back in 30 minutes. That way.
Page 18.
Did you catch that? The prosecutor reads the details of what happened, and the defendant's immediate response is to object that it's the wrong charge. But the judge isn't having it. He warns Johnson this could be bumped to a felony with 2 to 10 years. That's a judge who's seen too many cases slip through the cracks. Should assault by choking automatically be prosecuted as a felony? Comment yes or no. Let's see where you stand. But wait, Johnson's story isn't over. He's back in the same courtroom, and the charges are piling up.
I'm going to test you 40 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, I'm going to revoke your bond and put you in jail. If you test positive for alcohol again, because I'm going to randomly test you, likewise, you will go to jail. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm ordering you to work full-time or get into school full-time as well. No contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? And I'm telling you now, it's very possible that they indict this as a third-degree felony. And if you have any prior pen trips, you could be looking at a serious 15 to 25 to life case. But like I told you before, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public at all costs. Do you understand? THA? And then he comes back and we test him in 40 days. Do you have a Texas driver license?
It's expired, but
And you are not allowed to drive. And I'm making it a condition of your bond that you're not to drive. And you will be signing an affidavit with me. You just had a tampering with a government record dismissed 3 months ago. So I'm ordering you not to drive as well, unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance. And I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, promising me that you're not going to drive, Mr. Johnson. Sorry?
I got a question. I got a question.
Shoot.
Why you telling me like my cases have nothing to do with drugs or like driving? I didn't get in trouble for no drugs. I have never got trouble for drugs or drinking or anything in that matter. I never in life got in trouble for it.
I don't want you using while you're on bond for this case, and I don't want you using and being in a state that could potentially lead to other charges because you're in a state that you shouldn't be. So if you have problems with drugs or alcohol, you better address it, Mr. Johnson, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you.
I'm not saying I have a problem. I'm just trying to see like this case happened. I think they said in what?
When was it charged?
Yes, ma'am.
I get it, but Mr.
April 17th.
You know, listen,
Like 6 months ago, I had-
hold on, Mr. Johnson.
Since like with no alcohol, with no marijuana, nothing.
Resisting arrest, assault of a family member, possession of a dangerous drug, possession of marijuana, unlawful restraint, theft, possession of a controlled substance, out-of-state fugitive case, harassment, out-of-state fugitive case where you had a desertion from LA County where we gave you a $60,000 bond, tampering with the government record, and now another. I'm not going to argue with you. I want to do everything in my power to keep the county safe. And if you are clean, I'm not going to. This is what's going to happen. I don't want you using alcohol. I don't want you using any illegal drugs. I don't want you to have contact with her. If you don't have a Texas driver license, don't drive. If you don't have liability insurance with your name, don't drive. I'm asking you on every single one of those things. I'm asking you to follow the law. I'm asking you to be a nice and good person out there. That's all I'm asking.
Do not talk to the prosecutor.
I didn't know she was the prosecutor.
Don't talk to the prosecutor.
Thank you.
You need to talk to her. You get to say THA, you're on the right. You need a higher attorney, that's what the judge is saying.
I can't, I don't work.
One of your bond conditions is that you get a full-time job, mister. This isn't up for negotiation. These are your bond conditions. I want you to become a productive member of society. That's it. So I'm going to have you now sign this affidavit promising us you're not going to drive. I will get you to Victoria Sign a Reset. After that, I'll get you with pre-trial for your bond conditions, and then we'll see you in 30 days.
I hear you. But I just want one more question. So when I come back to court, is this just for the drug test or just like, I don't know?
Just make sure that you're in compliance for you to have a lawyer. And then in 40 days, I'm going to drug test you again. So don't smoke any more weed after today. Okay?
Same defendant, same courtroom. 2 months later. The charges have multiplied. Resisting arrest, assault of a family member, possession of a dangerous drug. And yet the judge reinstates his bond. One final chance. But there's a catch. Get clean, or the court will handle it. Now, the next case genuinely scared this judge, and for good reason.
Good morning, Mr. Balance. So your lawyers are bringing you, or your lawyer is bringing you out here because she's asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. My main concern are two. Number one, are you a danger to our public? Number two, if you are not a danger, are you going to go back? Both of those are evidenced by how you look on paper, what kind of criminal history you have. When is the last time you've gotten in trouble? If so, we'll go into that now and determine all these questions.
At this time, the state's asking for no bond. He doesn't have any criminal history, but we are concerned about the facts surrounding this charge. He wanted out of Polk County, Florida, and I do have the probable cause on this one.
Ish.
On or about October 7th, 2024, the defendant made 2 separate calls to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. In their first call, the defendant alleged that he had dispatched or killed a police officer, and he asked to take the officer's vehicle to return it to the sheriff's office. After refusing to provide more info to the call taker, the defendant then stated he would dump the car in a canal. During his second call to the sheriff's office, the defendant questioned how often the sheriff's office calls to check on their officers, and how long it would take for them to know that one guy had not called in and was in a problem. The defendant stated that his line of questions was for him. Sheriff's office conducted a countrywide well-being check on the deputies and officers and found none to be harmed. Under these exigent circumstances, the defendant was then traced back by ID and phone carrier as well as caller ID. The FBI had previously ID'd the defendant in January of 2024 as having made several threats about killing law enforcement officers on YouTube video, which I have those statements if you want to hear them. But the defendant had also made several calls to other jurisdictions, including Kentucky and Tampa, that he had drowned or killed deputies. So we are concerned about the danger.
So he's made similar calls in other states as well?
Yes.
Was he living in those states? Just calls from Florida?
So he called Kentucky. He also called Tampa. The YouTube comments he left in January 2024 did ask suggestions of what state to shoot a cop. We're concerned about the facts around it.
When did this happen? So is it a 2B? Was he charged and then fled?
So the offense happened earlier this month on October 7th. It was issued.
Wow, that's 4 days ago.
Issued October 8th.
Was he here? Was he over there? It just randomly called a different county in Florida?
The address they have for him is in Florida.
Say it again?
The address that they have for him is in Delray Beach, Florida. I can also call Dave if you need him, but
Being what's going on in Florida now, how long is it going to even take to get them over here to get him?
I mean, we'd be setting him out for 14 days, so it'd be 2 weeks.
I know that you're setting him out for 2 weeks, but are they going to have the manpower to even come get him at that time? You know, I think that there's a lot of other priorities. I mean, there's still millions of people that power. Right, and that adds it. So I'm going to presume that they're not going to get it in 14 days. They're going to want an extension at their minimum. So I don't know, Sonia. It's just.
Bond has been set on one of the two charges. The charges are not going to set a bond until he actually makes the first appearance.
What was the bond set at? Do you know?
5,000 on one case and the other case is 0 bond.
Yeah, no bond until he makes his first appearance on the,
Are they? They're both felonies, I would presume.
yes, I'm telling you two in the public. Jay says the sheriff's office is open and should let us know within a day or two if they can.
What do you do with yourself these days, Mr. Roy?
I work for a company that hosts events. I'm a facilitator trainer. I train automotive salespeople on new products for different companies. I travel, they travel me. We set up a big event, like for Toyota, for instance. They bring out all the regional salespeople, and then we make presentations presenting the new products, have them drive the cars. May I add something or
Sure.
I did live in Florida. I know I had a bad night with all this stuff. I got divorced about a year ago before I moved up here. This was.
Don't talk about the cases.
Okay, I understand. They informed me, but I'm not a danger. I don't have a record. I don't have any ill will, or whatever happened was a one-off. I understand. I did acquire counsel so that I can resolve this issue. I have no intention of harming. I've asked for extensions for work and everything so that I can go down and take care of this. I will get myself down, even if it means waiting a little bit or dealing with the problems with the hurricane. I can.
Do you have any weapons?
No. Nothing. One bedroom apartment. Yeah.
Is there any way to search if someone has a weapon, a registered weapon, somehow through a database? You know, when you buy a weapon,
I know it was the ATF, but there is not.
is there a way?
There's an ATF report you can draft it, but it takes a while to get back to us. It's not like an instant thing like ALCI, TCI.
You know, I want to make sure that he doesn't have any weapons.
He also has conditions requested by law enforcement officers not to have, but.
I know that, but I want to know, does he have any weapons at his disposal? If we let him out, he's going to go harm someone. I mean, it scares me. How long do you think we can know whether he has any registered weapons or not?
Sometimes it takes weeks, Judge. It depends on the investigator, who they know an ATF that can draft a report. It's really, there's no time frame.
Jay says that he can look up the firearm if you give him a second. He also says it's not a one-off and that FBI had him in January 2024.
Say it again?
He also says that it's not a one-off since the FBI had him in January of 2024 earlier for the YouTube comments. And Polk County had the call just earlier this month.
So it's 3 different places.
Well, he wanted to hear from Polk County on this one. He did have that earlier event in January 2024 for FBI.
I mean, it's scary that, you know, the good thing is that they'll be here within 2 weeks to get you. Mr. Roy, you got to understand that this really scares me. I mean, this is not a one-off. You're making YouTube comments now. You're making actual phone calls that allegedly that you're, you know, killed an officer.
If I made a comment on a YouTuber or something,
I
understand. Something I thought made me angry possibly, but not having to do. I understand.
Don't. It's, if it was a one-off perhaps, but over and over. And so let me think about it. And I want to know if you have any registered weapons first off, and then, you know, well, I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Two cases, both concerning. One defendant who keeps appearing with more charges, another who called 911 claiming he killed a cop with the FBI watching. Judge Fleischer handles both with the same steady hand. Which worries you more? Johnson's escalating behavior or balance targeted threats against police? Comment Johnson or balance. Let's see who wins.